thing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's complicated because, and two, like it even made me sad a little bit hearing you say some of the stuff that like men have to take it to such extreme. Especially it's sad to hear, you know, if someone is like talking poorly about your family or treating them poorly actively, that you still have to side with that person. And I mean, that just goes to show how important it is to pick the right partner and all of those things. But it is sad that like, you know, that sometimes you even have to side with your partner if they're, you know, treating people that way.
And you should, again, as a man, I would say that, you know, you should be providing some leadership and instruction and working the issues out and trying to fix that issue in the relationship so that she's not doing that. But, you know, but ultimately you do have to make that choice. And I think the other side of it too is though that sometimes it's on the other side. So a lot of times what will happen in a relationship is that the woman will be greatly influenced by her mom and she'll be talking to her every day on the phone. And that's not a good thing either because it's, again, relationships between two people. As a man, you know, I can give from the man's perspective, you gotta make sure that, you know, it's not, that it's clear that like this is our relationship, not your mom's relationship.
Well, I feel like actually now that you mention it, that it both kind of tethers you to your adolescence.
Yes. Yeah.
And so you can't really be an adult if you're, you know, a super mama's boy or calling your mom every day and can't make a decision without her input. I'm not saying don't like talk to your parents, but I'm just saying that it's almost like still such a high reliance that a child would have on a parent rather than an adult with a parent-adult relationship now. And especially if you're in a serious relationship, you're married, like you should be relying on your partner to that level rather than your parents.
Yeah.
So
those things have to be cut. You have to really leave the nest. You can't, you know, it's fine to talk to your parents once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever it is, but every single day, regardless if you're a man or a woman, when you're in a serious relationship, that's not appropriate. It's not what you should be doing. Like you're not, you need to grow up.
Well, your focus is taken off of your relationship and it's more on like that relationship, or it's like juggling between the two rather than like the actual relationship being the main focus. Like you said, like that, when you start a family, when you get married, that's your family, like your main family unit. Like, and it is sad, you know, like that your parents are not a part of your main family unit anymore, but they're still there. They're still part of your family unit and you get to see them whenever you go to visit and things like that. But I mean, I've also seen though the strain of like hard relationships with like parents and in-laws and, you know, spouses and couples, and like it is a hard thing. Like I feel like it would be hard if like your family didn't like me or if my family didn't like you. And I definitely am glad that our family get along so well with us and each other. Yeah. And it's almost like one big happy family, you know, when we all get together. But like that's not a reality for some people. And it's sad that they don't have that.
And that's the case where they have to make the right choices. They have to choose their spouse, and that's important,
right?
Because that causes a lot of problems.
Because that is the one happy thing that you can create. Like you can't really like change your parents' opinion or things like that, and especially with your parents, they tend to be stuck in their ways and thoughts a lot of the time and things like that. So yeah, you're right. It's just it's hard because I know everybody wants to have a family that all gets along and likes each other, but some people just don't get to experience that.
No. And I think what happens too a lot of times is that, you know, the mom has the attachment to the son, and the dad maybe doesn't let the daughter go, and so a lot of times what you'll see is a lot of women will treat their dad as the authority instead of their husband. And so they'll call up their dad all the time. Oh, I need help with this thing. I need you to fix this thing. I need, you know, and the dad becomes the it's like the husband, sometimes he can just be like, oh, well, you have her dad take care of these things. And it's like, no, you need to step up and be the man, and that it needs to be the way that the relationship goes. And then also another thing that I encounter a lot of times in coaching guys is the dad's money, right? So a lot of times the woman might come from a family that has money, and then the dad will like try to give the daughter a lot of money or a house, or buy the house for them, or put the down payment on their house. And while those are sometimes nice gestures, the problem is that it emasculates the man. Like, he should not accept those gifts. He should earn his own way, provide for his own family, be gracious that, oh, thank you for offering that, but don't let anyone get their hooks in you, because you accept a gift from someone, especially a big one, they're going to have their hooks in you. And it also makes you lose respect as a man, taking a big gift from a girl's father, because then she looks at him as the provider. He's the one who bought the house. He's the one who paid for the car or whatever it is. Again, little gift or something like that, that's fine. But those big ones where, especially when the father is a lot better off financially than the man, very important to make sure you don't make the wrong choice there. Because I've seen a lot of guys do that, and it ends up being a disastrous result, because it's very hard for the woman to respect the man when she knows that he took a handout from her father, and her father's really the one who's really